An adjective is a word used to describe or modify a noun or pronoun. It gives the noun a more specific meaning. The only words that are modified by adjectives are people, places, or things. In other words, nouns. Adjectives answer one of the following questions. Which one? The last cookie. What kind? The almond cookie. How many? 5 cookies. How much? A full plate of cookies. Whose? John's. All of these questions get answered with adjectives. These are just some additional notes on adjectives. An adjective usually precedes the word it modifies. It usually comes just before it. Nouns can be used as adjectives. John's shoes, apple pie. Obviously, John and apple could also be working as nouns if they didn't have a noun that they were modifying. In this case, they are working as adjectives. A proper adjective is an adjective formed from a proper noun. Example, the Canadian people, Mexican food. These two words are modifying people and food, so they are adjectives. Pronouns can be used as adjectives. His horse, their farm. Words such as these, any, and that are adjectives when they describe nouns. Examples, these shoes, any person, that girl. And then finally, articles a, an, and the are always adjectives. Always. Okay, a couple of notes on punctuating adjectives. If a noun has 2 adjectives modifying it and the order can be reversed, put a comma between the adjectives. So, for example, the old red car drove fast. The red old car drove fast. It doesn't matter which order these two go in, and because of that, you put a comma in between. But if the adjectives must stay in a certain order, no comma is needed. So, I might say the 5 red cars sold quickly, but I wouldn't say the red 5 cars sold quickly. It wouldn't sound correct. So the order does matter, and because of that, we do not put a comma in here. Sorry for this mistake. Let's do a little practice, but remember, we're going to do the entire sentence. Dad divided the apple pie among the eager guests. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to put in our prepositional phrases. Dad is the subject. Divided is an action verb. The apple pie. And we haven't talked about this yet, but this is the complement for the action verb. It's a kind of noun. Apple is describing this noun, and so that is an adjective. And among the eager guests, here is an adjective that's modifying our object of the preposition. The runner was proud of setting a record. Of setting a record is a prepositional phrase. New record, here's our object of the preposition that's being modified by new, so here's an adjective. And the runner was proud. Proud is modifying runner. We've got a linking verb, and proud is working as an adjective, a particular kind of adjective that we'll come back and talk about later. The passengers remained calm in spite of the turbulent weather. In spite of is a complex preposition, and turbulent is modifying our object of the preposition. So here we've got an adjective. Remained, the passengers remained calm, equal calm, were calm. It's working as a linking verb. Calm is modifying passengers, so you've got an adjective there, modifying our subject. The giant spacecraft orbited Earth for 10 days. Here I've got a prepositional phrase. 10 is saying how many days. That's an adjective modifying the object of the preposition. Here's my subject, spacecraft. Giant is modifying spacecraft. And then orbited is working as an action verb. And again, this is another kind of noun that we'll talk about later. Everything always looks fresher and greener after a rainfall. After a rainfall is a prepositional phrase. I like to get those marked off right away. And everything is our subject. Looks you could also say that could be equals, everything equals fresher and greener after rainfall, or everything was or is fresher and greener after rainfall. So I'm going to mark that as a linking verb. And I've got two adjectives that are modifying everything. So I'm marking those both as adjectives.